The Boston Celtics have been on a roll. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games, 36-26, 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. Now, I was very high on Boston.
Oh, God.
Now I'm playing. So, Drew, you've recently said that you were jumping on the Boston bandwagon, and I kind of figured why the reason for that is. It's because Joel is your friend. and Joel is influencing you to take Boston's side. And whether or not you want to take Boston's side is right.
He is.
Okay.
But I notice it a lot.
I'm my own man. I think I need a little bit of respect in that sense. I'm my own man.
You know what? I notice it. I notice it because sometimes in the football episodes, there are times where I make this exceptional point, but for some reason, Drew or Joel, they're always taking sides.
They're teaming on you.
Yeah, they're teaming up on me.
This guy needs to get out his feelings.
And I feel like
I've seen it.
And I feel like
you two have definitely teamed up on Drew before as well.
And I feel like right now, Drew is super high on Boston. I'll say to myself, right now, I am high on Boston too.
So what does that have to do with
but I just want to
get this out here?
No, but I feel like
you should have said this to me off the podcast.
You are higher on Boston than I am.
Is he?
And
not really.
Is he? Because I picked up to upset Philly in the first round.
I think you need to hear me speak before you assume certain things.
Okay, speak.
I still have the Bulls and I still have Milwaukee over them. A healthy Bulls team.
So they're the third best team in the East then.
I still have Philly.
Miami?
We could talk.
We
could talk.
I don't like that matchup.
Offensively, I still am not sold on Miami. I've been very consistent in that.
You're more sold offensively on Boston than Miami.
They have Jason Tatum.
Boston is the 18th ranked offense in the NBA.
For sure.
Middle of the pack.
They have Jason Tatum who can take over a game offensively. He's the best player offensively out of both teams. Jaylen Brown, you could argue, is the second best offensive player in the series as well. Now, defensively, we're talking about two of the best defensive teams in the Eastern Conference, without a doubt. Miami, that's their MO. They're an amazing defensive team, without a doubt. But now we're looking at the Boston Celtics, who have been completely changed in their mindset and their approach to the game, where now defense is at the forefront of their scheme. And you have Marcus Smart, you have White, you have Jaylen Brown, you have Payne Pritchard. This is really good guard depth at the guard position, offensively and defensively. And then Jason Tatum, who has taken that top 10 leap this season, he has taken that top 10 leap. Is that wrong to say? Answer me that question, Riv, as you give me a grimy look.
He's taking a top 10 leap?
Number 10. Is that wrong?
What's Tatum's three-point percentage?
36.
32. 33, 32.
I'm thinking of his career. My fault, career.
Let's see.
I don't think Tatum is a top.
Tatum's not playing better this year than he did last year.
He's picked it up as recently, though.
No, he has.
He definitely has.
Defensively, he's been better.
Defensively, he has, and his playmaking ability also has taken a step up.
Well, you think Tatum's top 10, though?
Number 10.
Wow.
So you think there's not 10 players better?
I'm a big fan. Big fan of Tatum. I think he's anywhere from 10 to 13. I can see him in that realm.
And again, we could have conversations over who's that 10 to 13. Fair.
Is Devin Booker better than him?
Let's just do it real quick.
LeBron.
No.
LeBron.
No.
KD.
Of course.
Steph. Of course. Giannis. Jokic. Embiid.
Yeah. Giannis.
I just said
he been said Giannis.
I've said 6.
Can we add Kawhi Leonard?
No, he's not playing. Luka's better.
Fine.
Trae Young.
Wow.
Yeah.
We could have that conversation.
Yeah.
I would take Trae Young.
We're not doing injured.
What
players,
about
right?
John Moran?
We could have that conversation.
Nah, I think Jason Tatum's better than John Moran.
Are we doing injured play? No, not injured players, right?
Because Anthony Davis is another.
I was going to say Kawhi.
I would have said Paul
No,
George.
not right now. Let's just do healthy ones.
Paul George, I can have that conversation.
To make it
Jimmy
easier.
Butler.
No, you can.
Interesting.
Jason Tatum's better than Butler.
I agree.
Paul George. But
wait, Paul, you think Paul George is clear cut better than JT?
He's better.
How is he better though?
He does everything better. Literally everything.
He doesn't score better.
That's the one thing.
He's not a better scorer.
That's the one thing.
And Jason Tatum?
I think he is.
Defensively, you got it.
Defensively, playmaking. I think he's a better
Jason
offensive
Tatum's
player.
up his defense OD,
I'm
bro.
just looking at PER right now. These are the top ones.
Thank you.
Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, LeBron, Durant.
Read that name.
I don't want to.
Rudy Gobert, bro.
No.
Trae Young is 7th.
Steph is 8.
John Morant. No, he's not. DeMar DeRozan. Is he better than Tatum this year?
This year, DeMar DeRozan's been one of the most impressive ball players.
So, yes.
I mean,
it's tough for me.
It's
tough for me.
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
What? Never mind.
He's been playing good this season.
Okay, Luka
Yep.
is 5. Has Cat been better?
If Cat's been better, DeMar's been better.
Nah. I think Jason Tatum's better than Cat, bro.
I think so, too.
Steph is 6.
Yep.
So that's like a gimme. Harden.
Yes.
Do you think he's better than JT?
Yes.
He is better
This
than
season?
JT.
This season? Are we doing this season?
I mean, if we're doing this season,
Because then if this
No,
is
'cause
the
I don't know what
season,
this
then
is
I'll
about
give you
then.
DeMar.
Yeah, if it's just this season, then
so it's just overall as players. Then that
that's
means
what I'm saying,
Harden
I
has
think-
to be there.
Yeah,
above
which
him.
fair.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I feel like even all right, whatever.
You
Okay,
thought
that's-
22, 8, and 12 Harden.
That's
is better than
7. What
Tatum?
about Zach LaVine?
I think Jason Tatum's
I would
better.
take Tatum.
I'll say Tatum too. Devin Booker,
I think Tatum's
I would
better.
take Tatum.
Donovan Mitchell.
I would take Tatum.
I'd slightly take. Oh no, I don't know.
No, Tatum.
Donovan's pick my favorite, but I'm gonna say Tatum by a little bit. It's pretty close.
Again,
though.
all right. Can I just keep moving on? Tatum being 10. It's not a bold
10
take.
to 15. Say 10 to 15.
We
Just
didn't
to make
think it
everybody
was,
feel
though.
better.
He looked at me like I had 4 heads.
I forgot it was 4 people. It's 4 people in the league injured out for the season. So yeah, he might be 10.
He had Dame too. He's out too.
Yeah.
I think he's better.
You look at Grant Williams and
I've
the way
always-
that
you
he
know how I
stepped
felt
up this
about that.
season. His percentages are crazy. Although it's on limited opportunity, he's making the most of it. Shooting almost 50% from the field. Grant Williams shooting he's shooting 43% from 3-point percentage. EFG is 63%, shooting 90% from the free throw line. You have Rob Williams and you have Al Horford, one of the better defensive front courts in the NBA as well.
Yes.
This team has everything you could ask for. Offensively, if you want to look at them and say that's their one weakness, fair, because statistically,
middle of the pack.
yes. But I'm looking at the Celtics as one of the 3 complete teams in the Eastern Conference. Defensively, they have it. Offensively, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown are top 3 offensive duos in the Eastern Conference.
They only have 2 scoring options. Those are the 2.
Yes, but at the same time, their role players they can do their job.
Who can
create
create for themselves consistently?
for themselves? Fair, I agree.
Those two,
I understand
that's
that. Them two, yes.
They only have 2 scoring options. That's it.
But again, these role players that they have can do their
Robert Williams
have
is really
done
good.
their roles.
They're
very
catch and
well.
shoot players though.
Fair.
Derek White can create for his own.
Occasionally.
White,
Not consistently, but yeah.
White can, but they've done a really good job in their roles so far. And
Their
again,
role players have been amazing.
I'm looking at the 3 complete teams: the Celtics, Philadelphia right now, and Milwaukee.
Well, the question is, do you think the Celtics are sleeping
And
giants?
you guys, but that's when you guys get healthy.
Boston's not more complete than us. No.
Well, I'm just
Defensively,
asking-
they're better, but offensively, the Bulls, they're all
you
way
think-
better. But then the Bulls are great defensively too.
But I still think that the Celtics are not as bad offensively.
So do you
as
think
they
Miami's
say
a complete team?
We were a top 5
Personally,
on
no.
offense and defense
That's
when we were
ridiculous.
healthy.
They need better offense.
What, Miami, right?
Bro, Miami's a better offense than Boston.
in the totality of
What
it
do you
all.
mean?
Miami's the
that means
7th ranked
yes.
offense.
But they don't have a player that can take over a game offensively.
Jimmy Butler
as
can
well
take
as
over a
Celtics
game.
do. The way that, again, you didn't let me.
Whoa, we ain't seen the finals. I know it was a couple years ago. We ain't seen Jimmy
you
Butler
seen him
taking
this
over.
year?
He doesn't need to take
But
over.
again, but
Tyler Hero's
Jason-
averaging
no, he's
20.
been inefficient.
JC, answer me
Tyler
this-
Hero's averaging
JC,
20.
answer
They
me
have
this
a bunch
question.
of
He's been
scorers.
garbage in the clutch
JC,
this
answer me
year.
this question. If you're Miami, right, and JB is not hitting in the 4th quarter, and you have to rely on Tyler Hero to do so, are you, as a Miami Heat fan, confident that the Heat can win that game?
But you're limiting
Yes.
you're limiting it to just Tyler Hero.
Okay,
Kyle Lowry's
Kyle
giving you
Lowry's a
16 a
bucket.
game. I don't know about a bucket,
Bucket's
but he's a good
crazy.
scorer.
No, but like he's a
Tyler
scoring
Hero's a
option,
good
bro. We've
scorer.
seen his moments.
Adebayo's not. He may not be a
Star
scorer, but he's
power
averaging 18
wins
a game.
out, bro.
Jimmy Butler gives you 21. They
Star
have great
power
shooters: Duncan
wins
Robinson,
out,
Max
bro.
Strus.
Okay, I
That's
get it.
not
What,
always
what
true.
you're saying is facts, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're trying to.
So you're saying
trying to-
Boston's going to beat them?
Who?
They
No.
can upset.
I mean, you
Miami.
can.
could.
I think
I
Boston's
can see
going-
it, but this
Me
what
too,
I'm
me
saying
too.
is that you are saying Boston's a better offense than Miami, and that's just not true, bro. They have 2 legit scoring options.
I agree with that.
Miami has Jimmy Butler.
I agree.
Miami has Tyler Hero.
What you're saying
Miami
is
has
fair.
Kyle
Bam.
Lowry.
Bam.
Bam
You can-
Adebayo
okay.
isn't a Clint Capella lob threat. He gets his
can
own
keep going.
basket.
You can
Duncan
keep
and
going,
Strus.
which is fine. Make your point
Duncan
sound
and
better.
Strus off the
Gabe
bench.
Vincent can
I trust
create more than anybody
the
on the
2
Celtics
offensive
bench.
stars on Celtics
Outside
more
of
than I
White.
trust the Miami.
So that's a
Heat.
fact. So what happens when we put a Jimmy Butler or a PJ Tucker on your 2 best offensive options for a
Is
whole
there-
series?
Do you forget when they played?
Do you think
We're
that?
talking about in the playoffs, bro. It's
I'm
different.
talking about in the
playoffs.
play. No, they played in the play. Do you forget Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum actually played in the play? Do you forgot?
And Miami won.
Miami
yeah, but do you
won.
forget
with
what
the
Tatum,
worst team that they have now.
But do you forget what Tatum was actually doing? Like
He was inefficient that series. He shot
no,
39%,
He
bro.
was really good, bro.
He shot 39%,
No,
bro.
no,
He
no,
was
no, no. He
inefficient
was
that
actually
series.
really good, bro.
And
He's-
this
he's-
Miami
and he's
team now
better
is
than he was then,
This
bro.
Miami team now is better than that Miami
But he's
team
better.
then.
But I'm saying he's better than he was then. Like he wasn't no slouch when he
And,
played
no,
Jimmy Butler.
and I'm not saying Jason Tatum's
And
one of my
Jimmy-
Jason Tatum's one of my favorite
Jalen Brown is
players.
better than he was then,
But let's
too.
just but let's you gotta play a spade. Jimmy Butler's a great defender. PJ Tucker is a great defender. Bam Adebayo is a great defender. Even when Victor Oladipo comes to the game, he's a great defender, bro. Miami's elite on defense.
It's just what I'm struggling with is that Drew right here is saying that Drew right here is saying that Boston, which is the 16th ranked team in terms of offense rating, is better than the 6th ranked offensive rating team.
Miami has 20 point per game scores.
I know what he's saying. He's saying
their top 2 scoring options are better than
a whole complete team.
So then what is he saying? I'm trying to tell you. He's saying in the playoffs, when the game gets slower, and in the fourth quarter when it's time to put a bucket out, he just trusts Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum more than Miami. That's what he's saying. The way he said it was a little wrong. That's what he means.
And you came out and you said star power matters. Star power wins, right?
It doesn't matter.
Well, the star power in Boston versus the Heat in the bubble, Boston had the star power, and they lost.
Anomalies happen. Anomalies definitely happen.
But then again, both those players have gotten better, though. Jaylen Brown,
they've gotten better. Tyler Herro's gotten better. Tyler Herro was clutch, bro.
Tyler Herro was dumb nice.
You asked me if I trust Tyler Herro. I trust Tyler Herro. He's a bucket.
He was doing as a rookie. He was going crazy.
Like I could trust Tyler Herro. Why can't I trust Tyler Herro?
All right, I got you.
Nah, but straight bucket getters though.
Before you get into your,
let him go. Let him go.
Let him go. I just want to answer this question. Who are you picking in the series today, Miami or Boston? That's it. I just want to know.
You're not high on Miami, so I wouldn't be surprised if you pick Boston.
You're about to give me this whole spiel on star power wins. I just want to know where you stand on this. Who would win in the playoffs?
Okay, so if the playoffs start today, who would I pick? I would say Miami in 7 games. I would take Miami, but I would not be. I think Boston is one of the teams that can upset.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Me too. I think so too.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just stuck on you saying Boston's a better offensive team.
Well,
that's it.
Riv explained it perfectly.
But that doesn't mean they're better offensively, bro. It doesn't.
But I'm saying I trust them. Is that fair?
Because JC brought up the 18th ranked offense. Throw that out the window when the playoffs start. It's not going to matter. It really isn't going to matter.
Against a team like Miami, it's not going to matter?
It's not going to matter.
It is when you only have 2 scoring options.
A team like Miami is not going to matter, bro?
The thing with Boston that's holding them back, obviously, is they have 2 guys that can go get a bucket on their own. They only have 2 guys that can go get a bucket. What happens when one of them's off? But my thing with Miami is
that happens all the time.
What happens when one of them's off?
The confusion with Miami is we're assuming they have more than 2 guys that can go get a bucket in their own.
They're more team oriented.
Yes,
bro.
team.
They're not an isolation heavy team.
No, that's my thing.
Again, the Celtics are one of the best defensive teams in the league.
No, I get that. So are
defensively, I think they're gonna match up perfectly. I think defensively,
which is why I say Tatum and Brown could do enough to get past them.
Be able to hunt out Tyler Herro and hunt out Duncan Robinson a lot. Even Kyle Lowry, as much as Kyle Lowry's a great defender, I'm not knocking.
Oladipo's coming back.
Wait and see on that because he hasn't played. I'm just waiting to see on that. He's coming back though. But I'm not knocking Kyle Lowry. He's just smaller than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So I like that
defender. Though.
I like that matchup.
He's strong.
Yeah, but I like that matchup. He's a
very good defender.
I love that matchup actually because Jason Tatum shoots over anybody his size or taller regardless. So I love that matchup against Kyle Lowry. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's ability to score in isolation and get those mismatches with Herro and Robinson are going to be problems for Miami.
I think Spoelstra makes adjustments to that.
But Miami, I don't think as great as Jimmy Butler is, and he is an amazing player. I just down the stretch, I trust Jason Tatum more than Jimmy Butler.
And that's not crazy to say.
He hasn't been good in the clutch.
No, I like Jason Tatum more than Jimmy Butler.
Let me finish.
But I'm talking about Miami from a team aspect.
As Miami is a great team.
Miami's a better team than Boston.
But the thing that's what's holding them back, I think, from teams like Philly, Boston even upsetting them, the Nets, I wouldn't even call that an upset, is they don't have a guy down the stretch that when the game gets like that can go get them a bucket. Yes, you can bring up the bubble. There's been anomalies where teams have come out and got the win. Of course, there's always going to be that. But down the stretch, there's other guys I trust. I trust Jason Tatum down the stretch. Boston's defense is going to keep them in that series, just like Miami's defense is going to keep them in that series. But down the stretch, I like Jason Tatum in any matchup. I just like it. Against the Nets, I like KD. Jimmy Butler, is he going to be able to do that? Tyler Herro, as much as you love it, he's gotten better. Last year, he was garbage in the playoffs. We know that. You guys forgot about that, but you brought up the bubble. So right now, he's even. We don't know. He can show up. He cannot show up. Do you trust Kyle Lowry? Kyle Lowry is probably the one guy you can say he's consistently going to be what he's going to be. But can you trust these guys in the crunch to make big shots in the playoffs? And I like Boston. I like Jason Tatum. I like Jason Tatum to get that one.
I don't necessarily disagree with anything you said.
That's what I think that's what he's trying to say. Okay. Honestly,
that's exactly.
Thank you for being a translator, but
I was pretty straightforward.
No, you weren't. Because you Our problem with what you said wasn't that you trust Tatum and Brown over Butler. But you said they're a better offensive team, and that's not a fact.
They have better offensive talent, which is what I said.
No, they don't. They have two guys.
Exactly.
They have
that
two
I
guys
trust
that can
more.
score.
That I trust more.
They have two guys.
They have better
Jimmy
star
Butler,
power.
But Miami
Jimmy
has
Butler
a
and
complete team, though.
Say that they have better star power.
Defensively,
Why do you keep saying defense?
Defensively,
They're
they're
both
both great. They're
Why
both
do we keep
elite.
saying defense? It's a wash.
My point exactly. Because offensively, when it comes to it, I trust Tatum. I trust Jaylen Brown in the stretch of a game.
Okay,
to
but
win.
So
I'm
you
saying,
trust two guys
like I'm
over a
saying.
complete offensive team
I mean,
in Miami.
if he wants to do that, he can do that. But I'm saying that's not what I think. What you said there, that's not what I disagree with. You saying they're a better offensive team is what I disagree with, because if you watch Boston this year, you know they get into these slumps where, oh my God, they can't get a basket. The season. Mm-hmm. Even now, they're winning because their defense has turned around.
Miami does too, though. They're a first half team.
I know. But let me get into the Boston. Boston right now is one of the reason why their season has turned around is because they are switching and they're communicating better. Early in the season, they were trying to switch. Ime was trying to implement this defense, but the communication wasn't there. Now that they're communicating, they have Rob Will basically being a free safety out there, guarding shooters that aren't that great. Defensively, they have kicked it up to the point that they're elite. That's why they're winning.
Did you listen to anything I said in my opening statements?
But they're not winning because of their offense. They still have a lot of slumps
which is
offensively.
What I said. Defensively, they are dominant.
What you just said now.
Well, when we were speaking about the Heat.
Right now, what I said, when I said...
No, you said Boston was a better offensive team than Miami.
No, yeah, he did say that, but I'm
that's
saying
what you
also...
Said. That's what we're
But
kicking
what I'm
back
saying
on.
also is that just right now, when I said Boston, offensively, they have slumps. You said in the beginning of the season, and that's why I said, no, it's happening currently. They still have that. It's just they're winning because their defense
is elite.
Has picked
for sure,
up.
but that's an obvious statement. But I'm saying ultimately,
so why did you counteract it?
In the grand scheme of things, like I was saying initially, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna ride with Tatum and JB.
Look, and that's you. And I don't. If Boston were to beat Miami in the playoffs, I wouldn't be shocked. Because Boston right now is playing.
You're getting all high and mighty right now for
because you said they're a better offense when it's not. That's not a fact.
I apologize if that's how it was taken.
No,
I trust
that's what
these
you
guys.
said. That was your wording.
Okay, again, fine. Semantics, fair. I said it
what
incorrect.
What do you mean? That's what you
all
said
right,
literally.
Fine. This is what you're basing majority of your argument off of.
Because I'm going by what you said.
Correct. And I misspoke.
That's
okay.
what you said.
No,
what you said.
Which is fine. I misspoke.
Like, you can't just go back in time and change your words.
Okay, again.
And then be like, this was my actual argument.
I'm not allowed to misspeak, to misinterpret my, like,
bro,
that's it.
You're allowed to misspeak,
that's
but
it.
You're allowed to misspeak, but when I call you out on it, you can't be like, oh, that's not actually what I meant.
Oh,
like,
why not?
Because you're like, that's not actually what I meant. Like, I understand that, but my argument is based on what you said. So you can't call me crazy. You can't call me crazy for
I'm not
going
calling
by
you
what
crazy.
you said.
I'm saying you're all high and mighty coming at me for misspeaking. That's all I'm saying. Is that fair?
Now you said it with some validity in there.
Yeah,
you definitely said it. You said it.
Again, I trust JT and JB. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Where I've been, I've been super.
How many, bro?
But can we acknowledge the fact that I've been low on Miami's offense all season?
You have,
yes, you've been low since the offseason.
Correct.
This is nothing new.
Correct. So why weren't you able to understand what I meant by that? I can understand how it came off and I spoke incorrectly, but
yeah, exactly.
Riv knew immediately what I meant.
Wait, what did I say when you said you trust JB and JT more? What did I say? I said that's fine.
Yeah,
my problem is that you called them a better offense, and it's not until now that
I'm saying yes.
You haven't even said yet that they're actually a better offense. You're kind of still like, oh no, they're not better. I trust them more.
Overall, yes. By rating, yes,
no,
they're
by
better.
Watching the game, they're better offensively. They are better. They move the ball better.
They are, but again, when it comes
Miami
to
a top 10 offense, bro.
Yeah, they're
the sixth ranked
Miami's
offense in the league.
I'm telling you, the Miami plays a team-oriented. They have a great playmaker in Kyle Lowry. They have great shooters around the team.
Yes.
They have a lob threat.
Yes.
They are a complete offensive team. That's all we were saying.
But when they're playing another great defensive team, like they're playing in the Celtics, I'm going to lean Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
But they're not just playing any. They're playing Miami, who probably has the accumulation of probably the best perimeter defenders in the NBA on one team.
Who?
You got Bam Adebayo, who can switch and guard anybody. You got Jimmy Butler.
Is he going to play defense on Jason Tatum?
What do you mean?
Bam?
I'm asking you. And
you don't think he can play D on Tatum?
Is he going to
on a switch?
Is he going to halt Jason Tatum's play?
Listen,
that's what I'm asking.
I've been trying to.
You remember in the bubble when he punched it at the rim?
Wasn't that a help side block?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Help stop block. It don't matter.
Yeah,
he did it.
Bam Adebayo does that.
Bam Adebayo can switch on to anybody in the league. Yes, he can switch
Hell
on to
yeah,
anybody.
bro.
Come on,
Bam is one of the best.
What's it with Jason Tatum?
He can't.
Bam is one of the best, bro.
We're talking about Jason Tatum.
I've seen Bam lock up Steph Curry for a few possessions.
Jason Tatum's not gonna get locked up.
We're not saying that.
But if you're saying you don't trust Bam on Tatum, that's crazy.
You think that's a mismatch? Is what I'm asking.
It's Jason Tatum.
Do you think that's
I'm
keep saying
taking
Jason Tatum? Is that a mismatch?
I'm taking Tatum.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you're taking Tatum to get the better of him,
it's not a mismatch. That's
exactly okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough though. It's not gonna be a walk in the park.
But again, I'm taking
like a Tyler Hero. He's not gonna be like a Tyler Hero where he can get wherever he wants.
Can I ask you two a question? Because we seem I'm here. He's there. You two are together. Do you guys think there's a mismatch on Boston's defense when they roll out their defensive lineup?
It depends who they have on the court.
Their defense is elite. And that's why I said I wouldn't be shocked if
Boston I'm saying like because Miami, there's going to be times where Robinson and Heroes out there. I don't think
Miami is not an ISO heavy team. That's what we're trying to say.
No, but
Boston is.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when Boston rolls out their defensive lineup, I don't think there's a mismatch in the lineup.
I also think this though. I think Miami can really suffocate Boston defensively by going in a zone because Boston's going to have a lineup of Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Derek White or Rob Will out there. Oh yeah, leave these guys open.
Definitely.
We could definitely sag off on
Miami
these guys.
has 2 elite shooters on their team that they can plug in 3 actually because Tyler Hero's elite.
All 3 of them
you can plug them in at different spurts.
I hear you, but all 3 of those guys, if you put them in the game, those are mismatches.
That's fine, but you never heard of fighting through screens? They're inept to fight through screens, bro.
Have you seen them
Celtics starting fives? Smart, JB, Tatum.
So if
Rob
a game's
Will,
on the
Al
line,
Horford.
and they're trying
That's
to hunt out
pretty
Tyler
great
Hero,
defensively.
Jimmy Butler's not fighting through that screen.
I know they're
double
great
team.
defensively.
But I'm just saying that's
But
the
he
5
doesn't
that
do
they
it,
roll
bro.
double
out.
team? That's even better.
But
You're getting the
talking
ball out
about
of his
that
hand.
lineup.
Tyler Hero, he doesn't do that.
Do what?
spacing
Fight through
in
screens, bro.
I'm not talking about Tyler Hero. I'm saying if they're trying to
Miami
get,
doesn't do that.
why won't they do it in the playoffs? So you're fine with the game ending with a 1-on-1 with Jason Tatum and Tyler Hero rather than Jimmy Butler fighting through the screen and getting and guarding Tatum for the final possession. That's what I'm alluding to.
I'm not fine with it, but there's never Jimmy's not gonna fight through every screen, bro. He's just not gonna do that.
I'm not saying he's not gonna fight through every screen.
There's gonna be times when he gets to
in the
switch.
fourth quarter, he's definitely gonna fight through screens more.
No, he's not, bro.
If he's killing Tyler Hero, why is he not fighting through the screen?
I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen, bro.
How do you know?
We've seen them play, bro. What the hell? We've seen them play before. It's the same scene, bro. Like those are mismatches,
so they just gonna kill him the whole game. Like what, bro?
Like this is like what you mad at me for?
Okay,
Like,
It's not bad.
okay.
It's just you saying that he's not gonna do it.
Before this gets out of track, I just want to say this. I think you guys both make fair points. Listen, for one, yes, you don't know. Basically, based on what you've seen, this is what you believe. But what JC's saying is that they can definitely switch up their game plan.
I said, yeah, they can definitely switch up the game plan. I'm just going off what I've seen from them. You know,
JC,
Boston's got the better of them twice already.
JC's problem, what you were saying, is that you were definitive in saying what you think is going to happen.
Well, because he's talking about what could happen. I'm saying what I've seen. So why would
It's different in the playoffs, bro.
No, but I'm saying
when you get to scheme for one team, you can switch shit up.
But why would I sit here and go back and forth through what I've seen versus what you believe?
Because we're speaking of the playoffs. You haven't seen this Miami team in the playoffs. But that's the whole argument is in the playoffs.
That's why I said
last
I
time they
can't
played
say.
Also,
that's why I said
Jimmy didn't play and Kyle Lowry didn't play.
That's why I said
that's big. That's probably why they got smoked.
I can't say because we haven't seen it yet.
That's
That's
why
why we haven't seen it, so I can't.
I was preparing to make this segment a Boston
and PJ
praise
Tucker's
segment.
one of the best at fighting through screens in the league.
Thanks.
Sorry, man.
Thanks.
Boston's a playoff team.
I like
Boston
a lot.
I told y'all that, man.
I like Boston.
So do you have Boston beating Miami?
I think they can.
You have Boston beating Philly.
I do.
That's
don't,
ridiculous.
We gonna see. We gonna see.
Philly is like that, man.
I know they're
They're
like
like
that.
that.
I don't have Boston beating Philly.
I do.
I don't have Boston beating Philly.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, they're not the favorites. I think Boston can upset though if they don't.
I just got to give credit where credit's due. They've been playing great basketball, and I think it could translate.
That's a big upset. That's not no low. Like that's a pretty big upset.
I mean, every team in the Eastern
I would
Conference,
love to watch that series.
Every team in the Eastern
sure.
Conference is neck and neck. Outside of like Chicago, I really trust all the teams.
How about you trust Cleveland?
They're young. They're too
a healthy
young.
Chicago. You really aren't a fan of.
They'll get. I think they'll lose.
Hell yeah.
I think they'll
Chicago's
lose to
good.
Miami. They'll lose to
You trust
Philly.
Boston more than us?
Actually, no. I think I would have. you guys
Actually,
over
Boston would be a good series with you guys too.
It would be good,
honest.
but I would put you guys over
Thank you.
Boston for
You
sure.
got them over. You got them over the Bucks? No, right?
No, absolutely not.
Show some respect. I don't have us.
So what teams do you think the Bulls aren't better than?
Milwaukee, healthy Brooklyn, and Philly.
So you think you guys can beat Miami?
Yeah, definitely.
I want to see that series.
I think all that team oriented thing it sounds cool for a team that's not team oriented, but when we could do the same things you can do on both ends and better on the offensive end.
No, they are.
Then I think
Chicago's
we're good.
top 10 offense and defense.
For
No,
sure.
we were top 5 when we were healthy.
Yeah,
They haven't been healthy though.
But I'm saying Lonzo and Caruso. We are
lock.
talking healthy.
They lock.
One of the best defensive, if not
No,
the
they
best
lock.
defensive
We're good,
backcourt in the league.
Like Boston may have them troubles, but we're not gonna have those same
facts
troubles
though.
with Miami.
Facts
So I think
though.
we're good.
I
I
agree.
think that's a good matchup for us.
For sure.
But those other three,
What good were you going to
we'll
say
have some
about the
trouble.
Celtics? Give it like a 20-second run on. What were you going to say good about them? Just that
Well,
they're
the
playing
original
good
question was
defense?
that they're sleeping giants. Yeah, their defense is elite. It's
Yeah.
one of the top in the
They're
league.
the biggest what ifs in the East because you don't.
Nobody wants to see them in the first
I mean,
round.
for one,
bro.
look at this. They have won 7 straight road games with the differential of plus 167.
That's crazy.
Highest in NBA history over a 7-game road span. Overall, they have won 11 of their last 12 games with a point differential of plus 253, second highest in NBA history over a 12-game single-season span. They've beaten the Hornets, Nuggets, Hawks, and Sixers.
They're beating the Bucks.
I think the Sixers one kind of inflated that stat a lot, though.
Because they
Philly-
smoked them.
They smoked the
at their
Nets
best,
twice.
bro. They've beaten the Bucks this year. They've beaten the Heat. They beat the Suns with no Jason
Wait,
Tatum.
Boston beat the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
When?
I want to say December. They
I
played
was
like
just-
twice
I
or
was
3
Shit,
times.
they could have.
smoked
Shit, they
Chicago,
could. They
too.
could have beat them that Christmas
No,
Day
they
game.
didn't. They never smoked us, bro.
Who?
That's because you guys came back.
117-103,
Yeah, we
December
won.
13th.
When?
We won.
The Bucks and the Celtics.
They won, but then
And
on
then Boston was
but
at
on
home,
Christmas-
right?
But on Christmas Day, Milwaukee
Boston should have
won.
won that game, bro.
Yep.
Milwaukee came back in the last 3
Boston
minutes
has
of
some
the
good
game.
wins.